Hey guys, I'm Tamika and welcome to Mika Tart, the show that promises to be fun, entertaining, and lighthearted. Hey guys, so you know what time it is? It's time for Meek Thoughts. So I was thinking about couples. Now I don't know if this is Jamaican at all, where they say when you get married you start looking like your spouse. So I was thinking about it and I'm like, what if the person isn't quite attractive? Who exactly you start looking like? And I feel like you start looking like the less attractive one. So my recommendation is find somebody that is attractive so you look like them. And if the tone is not so attractive, sorry, there's no help there. So find a guy that's cute, find a girl that's cuter. Alright? Today's guest, it's very hard to pin down one title for her. She is absolutely multifaceted. She's a dancer, now writer. We welcome Krysta Anderson.
Hi, Tamika. How are
Hi,
you?
I'm good. How are you feeling today?
I'm alright. This kind of hot, but I'm so glad to be in the shade.
And let me say, I absolutely love this skirt.
Ah!
This skirt is so nice. It has an African vibe to
Yes.
it and the wrap and everything. Very
Big up
nice.
Tamia Kerry collection.
It's
Come
very
on,
nice.
friend.
All right, so you are currently a lifestyle writer,
Correct. I'm dabbling in entertainment now, but yeah, lifestyle.
but that's not how you started. You actually were a dancer.
Yes,
How did you get into that?
dancing. I
Mm-hmm.
was dancing before I could walk. I was dancing before I could walk. That's what I was told. But I
Mm-hmm.
don't remember that much. But dancing has always been a refuge for me. It has always been my home. It was always my place to express myself. Um, and I realized from an early age that I just love music. I just love to move. And we just say, yeah, all right, let's just do it as an extracurricular activity.
Mm-hmm.
When I approached university, I should say before that I was in a performing arts company. Before that,
Which one?
Catholic Players. The group
Okay.
was called Little People and Teen Players Club.
Mm.
So I joined that group when I was about 14. We did everything. We did dancing, acting, singing. So after that, I was in that group for about 4 years. And when I approached university, it was a case of, okay, which one to do now?
Mm-hmm.
Because I was doing all of them. And I went to all the different groups, different clubs
At UWI?
at UA.
So you were in drama.
Before that, I was doing drama, singing, dancing, choreography. I visited all of them. And I said,
How you even manage school with all of those? I was in the choir at UWI and I had to stop because it just felt like too much.
it was a lot of work. And to be fair, most of the friends that I have today that are close is from that group when we were about 14 because it was your life. We used to leave school. Some of us would group up and meet up and leave school and meet at the hub for about 5 hours. So you go to school, leave school, go up there at about 4 or 5. You stay there until about 10. We had like a homework club. So the kids would come and do their homework. We used to see each other every single day, and that bond you can't break a bond like that for like
Mm.
4 years. It's unbreakable.
But after you left UWI, you went into dancing as a career.
Yeah. So what happened is, the story. Oh, you go school and you must get a job. Nothing no go so. Nothing no go so. I struggled. I had a degree in literature in English and I did not pursue it in education. So because I didn't have an education minor, I had no education experience.
Mm.
So teaching was you're not really qualified because you don't know if you can teach.
Mm.
I didn't want to teach, I wanted to write. I was very specific about that goal. It just took a while for me to get there. And so it meant well, let's call it taking a break, but it wasn't really taking a break. I was really on the hump for jobs, and it was one of the longest 2 years of my life, just trying to figure out what to do. And I'm not the type to sit down at home. So all right, forget dance. It was the year of flash mobs. Those 2 years of the year of flash mobs, and that was perfect for me because flash mobs didn't have any prerequisite as it related to
What is
size.
flash mob? I don't know. Maybe I'm dated, but I
You never
don't know
know
what
flash
flash
mob
mob
is
is.
really
I
like a
don't. I
throwback.
really don't.
Flash mob is like when you're in a space you don't expect dancing to happen. So it's really like people regularly
Oh
walking.
yes,
So
and
flash
then
mob. So like
I thought
in
it
a
was
flash
like
they'll come
flash
out.
mob.
No. It's just that you don't expect dancing to break out. It's very hard because we're very how Jamaica does it, we're very branded. So we're doing a flash mob for a brand.
Mhm.
And if 50 people stand up in the same brand, you're going to think something is going to happen. So people used to like wait around and see. But flash mobs are fun.
So you did it for 2 years professionally in
Yeah,
terms of
full
as a
time.
career, and it was mostly flash mobs.
Mostly flash mobs. I've done that. I had a few. I got one commercial.
Hmm.
That was the height of it. I was like, I went in and the commercial was actually for a fluffy girl.
Oh,
So I was in the size. I was like, oh
so
god.
wait, you were a fluffy girl?
Yeah. I had a dance name, Fluffy Chrissy. It's still my handle, my hashtag on Instagram, Fluffy Chrissy. When we had when I was in UA, we were all about group. But then I started performing on this show called In the Dance, came on TV. It's a really cool Jamaicanized version of Soul Train. That's the only way I can, describe it. And they're like, you have to come up with a name. If you come up with a name, but I wasn't a part of a group, so I know how to
Hmm.
break out. I had this whole panel that I had to stand on, and I dance on it for a couple of seconds and feature a song, and then they'd feature me and my name. So I needed a name. So we're brainstorming. All right, what you gonna name? What you gonna name? Fluffy Diva. I'm saying no, Miss Kitty said that all the time. You don't want it go trademark, and then me I go and then I say, but it have to be fluffy. Cause we always I call it fluffy. Like I
Hmm.
always hear, yeah, fluffy. I'm like, all right, so that's gonna be a part of it. And then I came up with the Chrissy because that's just my pet name. So I said, what about Fluffy Chrissy? That was it.
Do you miss dancing any at all?
You can't miss what you never stop doing.
Oh, well, my apologies. So
Yeah, I've retired officially.
you
I
put up
won't
your
retired.
dancing shoes.
Yeah, I had to medically. I had to. I was diagnosed with osteoarthritis
Oh no.
in 2015, and it was in the heights of a competition. I was dancing, and I fell. Nobody to this day knows that I fell in that dance. They thought it was staged. They thought that the fall was a part of it.
Wow.
I fell. I couldn't dance anymore, and I didn't know what else to do. And I had to use my brain and my experience and be like, how are
So
you gonna get through this dance?
wait. When you fell during the dance performance.
I fell at the end, so I made sure I
Okay.
fell at the end. So what happened is that I was dancing and I was doing the routine and like, yeah, yeah, yeah,
All
yeah,
right.
yeah,
Mm-hmm,
yeah,
mm-hmm.
and then my knee popped. My knee popped.
Oh
It was a
dear
pop I
gosh.
never felt before. And I said, what am I going to do? I showed people that perform. I posted it the other day and I said, nobody would even understand that performance. And I'm like, big up my crew. They had no idea what was going on. They had no clue. I started walking and dancing. So when I started walking, it eased the pressure off my knees and I wasn't dancing as much. So I walked straight into the audience
Mm,
towards the judges. I'm doing the routine still, but I'm not doing it as big as I would. I'm doing
right.
it and walking. By the time I knew the end, it would have been like a bam and it would have been like boom. So when they did boom, I fell. So
Oh.
it looks like it was staged. They're like, oh, did she fall into a split? Because that split is my signature thing. And they're like, oh, she just fall. Oh, it was a boom because it sounded like an explosion at the end because of the explosion. And I went boom and then I fell. Nobody knew. I couldn't walk the night. I couldn't walk at all. Went to my like, okay, maybe it's just ice. That was the Saturday night. I see the Saturday night. I see the Sunday. Couldn't walk at all. Monday I
Wow.
went and they said, we're gonna need you to do an X-ray. Came back and said, we're finding osteophytes. I don't think I bought so much in my life. I said, sir, I could just put this out there. Cannot retire yet. I promise you that I will. Don't get me
But
wrong.
just not
But
yet.
right now, I'm in competition and I cannot leave my team behind.
That's a certain level of professionalism that is.
Yeah, because we were already one member short. So we
Oh
had three
no.
members, and I had to carry in a new member for her to learn for the finals. I can't drop out now because then we still gonna be a member short. So he said, okay, I'm gonna treat you like an athlete. I'm gonna patch you up, but you can't dance for the duration of
Oh.
the rehearsals.
Have you ever considered being a judge on Dancing Dynamite?
Them not call me for that. Them gonna
I
be
am
like,
prophesying.
girl,
I am
them
prophesying
not
she will
call
be a
me for
judge.
that. I actually entered Dancing Dynamite once, um, with my crew DOJ. Jenny remembers me from that.
Wow.
To this day, I know that we're in the same company, like group. She will boost me up. The people know better, but she will still boost me up and be like, all right, pretend like you can dance. All right, we're gonna just pretend them not things they can dance. Them what you say and the things they can dance. All right, the one little something, but not give them too much. And this is just a regular, like a outing that or words would cross. Which is RJ and I'm Gleena, and I just go up there randomly, walk up for a dance competition. All right, dance for them now. When they see that, they're like, "Hey, cause big girl can dance." And so I'd win the prize. Yes, I say easy prize, easy prize. But yeah, I still double when I kind of did a music video last year. I got called for
Oh,
the
so you're
video.
still doing your
Yeah, man. That's
thing.
what I say. You can't
So you have
really.
not quite putting up the dancing shoes.
No, I'm
It's
gonna
in
be
your
very
closet,
honest.
but you take it out from time to
I
time.
have to I have to be like, can you still split? Can you still have that trick? You can't lose it. You work so hard.
Yes.
The joints are a lot stiffer. That because I have arthritis now, it acts up, especially in the rain. That music video shoot, I'll never forget it. It rained like cats and dogs all day. I said, Lord, what is this? I had to push my joint to the next level because they requested me. I love when those things happen. It means that you left a mark. And I had danced with that particular artist in 2012 when I just started Glean and I was balancing, dancing, and reporting. And he remembered me from 2012. This is now 2020. The video comes up.
2021.
Well, the video comes up in
Oh, okay.
2020,
Okay.
and he goes, "We need to find her. I want that fluffy girl." The guy called me. I'm like, I'm in retirement. Well, and he goes, "You're gonna have to come out because you were requested." And I did, and it was beautiful as like I was sure a little doubtful because I'm hoping the whole time it's like a bicycle that you can just jump back
Hmm.
on. But if I'm out, I mean the work closing now. But if there's a party, chances are
She's ready.
I'm still there, killing it on the dance floor. I'm still there, and that won't ever change. As I say, it's music.
Hmm.
Um, there have been times where, boy, you're tired, I can't feel like, and I still do that at home, where it's just me and my music. We're just dancing.
If you could rate it, which one would you say you find more life and joy in, writing or
I
dancing?
cannot rate that.
Come
I
on.
cannot
Yes,
rate
you
that.
can.
The truth is that a lot of people don't know writing has been a part of my life from birth. My father is actually a playwright.
Oh, wow. Who's that?
His name is Balfour Anderson.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't know that
Mm.
at all.
Krysta Anderson.
Yes.
Big up, daddy. Big up, mother too. Big up,
Yeah,
mommy.
yeah.
So,
Looking at camera, all of that.
big up, mommy. Big up, daddy. Anyway, but yeah, so writing has been a part of my life before I realized. So it's weird because it's like I was trying to find my own artistic form, so to speak. He was doing acting and he was doing writing, and it was like, okay, so I'm not gonna do drama in the real sense. You're not going to Edna, big up Edna still because he try leave me there, and my best friend at UA did a joint program at Edna and UA. I was at Edna the whole time. People don't know which school I go. They're like, you were Edna because I was over the two schools. Um, but it's like I want you to charge your own way and do something for yourself.
That's
And
nice.
the irony is just that I end up writing them.
Hmm.
I end up
Because that's
writing.
another art form, right?
It's another art form now. I take it very seriously. It's very therapeutic. Both are very therapeutic for me. Dancing has been there for me when no one else was, and writing has been there for me too. I
Mm.
mean, everybody be like, whenever my mother would have said to everybody when people were buying cards, I was writing cards. She got personalized cards.
That's
She got
better than
letters.
any.
She loved that. And she still saves them. She'll pick up. You remember you wrote this when you were 15? Mommy, where you find her? Where? So yeah, I can't choose. I cannot choose. Can I choose both of them?
Go right ahead.
Yeah, both of them. Both of them. Everybody wins.
So you did a piece in the Gainer called Single but Iffy to
That's my
Mingle.
baby.
What was happening in your life at that time to even come up with something like that?
Well, to be honest, at the time, I had just gotten out of a relationship. It was a very, in my head, a very serious one. We were living together. And I
Yeah,
said to
that's
myself,
usually
yeah, that's
serious.
serious, right? And I said to myself, self, we're gonna do this Beyonce of writing and we're gonna turn our lemons into lemonade. I feel like it's always great when we kind of write from a personal place. My boss at the time was all for um series, come up with any series and let's talk. And I pitched it to her, and I pitched it as single and if it's a mingle. I told her about it. She knew about the breakup. Told that it wasn't gonna be about the breakup. It's gonna be about me navigating in this single space after being, in a relationship for almost 5 years. I'm now going back to being single, so the world is gonna be totally different. I'm gonna be writing it from a first person tell-all perspective. She said, "I love it. Just change the and to but." And I said, "Single, but if it's a mingle." Okay, that was it. I went off and she said I liked the first one, and I wrote it for a little one, a year, a
So you
year,
wrote it for a
yeah,
year.
almost a year. I think, yeah, I went on
What
a
what
year.
what what did the content entail?
Well, the first one was admitting that I was single. I feel like a lot of people after a relationship of being, for two, it's very hard to be like, hey,
I'm just
I'm
one.
just one now. Um, and that's a problem. You should have always been one in the first place. I learned that over time,
Yeah.
and so that yes, it's gonna hurt when somebody that you cares about leaves the situation and you guys decide to you know split. But sometimes as women, just lose ourselves. And I learned that the hard way. That sometimes you lose yourself.
I think what you just said is very poetic when you say that in a relationship you have to still understand that you're still
Mm-hmm.
one. You have to remember that you are a person. You're
Yeah,
no
you are
longer,
you. Yeah, you are still
joined to this
you.
person where you no longer exist.
Yeah, man, it was just such casual things like going into a store and not looking in the men's section anymore. Cause goody shop for your man.
Oh yes, girl.
I
That's
was the
right.
girl.
That's
I was
right.
that girl. I was not, grab and go. So those little things that you're like, you go shopping, you want no. This those little things that you're not
That
very,
people take for
they take for
granted.
granted. But it became such a routine, and the irony of it all is that, as I said to people, is that he became a family member for me. It wasn't just a relationship because we were living together. So it was family. So it's kind of like you lose a family member in that sense.
Hmm. Hmm.
And so I needed to come to grips. Instead of therapy, I wrote about it. That was my therapy, to write about it for a year.
So what's your relationship status now? Personal. Oh. Talk the things there.
Why? You're so nice. Why you do this watch nice you know? I'm
Mm-hmm.
taken.
Hey.
Eh. Yeah, I am in a relationship now. When I wrote the feature, the feedback I got was, "Why you look like you're a fine man, so
Did
like
you?
close to the
Did
end."
you in that year find someone?
Yes,
That's right, girl.
yes, but they could tell the shift. They were like, "I'm like, no man, my readers them shocked. Oh, you look
Oh.
like you're a fine man, so." And when I told her, I mean honestly, and she is she's somebody that I work with, and she was a fan of the feature. She said to me, "Why you betray me?
Oh
You
gosh.
just come out of the single life fast, so." And I was like, you
Yes,
know what?
single but no longer iffy.
Yeah, With a single again.
No.
With a if it up, well, I'm not mingling anymore. I'm not single anymore. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna end it in like a cliffhanger. I'm not gonna end it to say that I did find somebody. I just told them that I carried them up to this point, and
So that's the person that you're still with.
I'm still with him. It's been over 2 years now. Yeah,
Nice.
I'm
Nice,
still with
nice,
him.
nice.
Nice like Jasmine, nice. Make up yourself. Yeah, nice. Yeah, nice switch now.
All right, what's next for Krysta Anderson?
Krysta Anderson. I'm looking to branch out as a brand, not just under the Gleaner
Mm.
brand, but as a brand, the Krysta as a writing brand.
So would it be Fluffy Chrissy or Krysta
It's
Anderson?
gonna be Krysta. So I do have two Instagrams. I do have Fluffy Chrissy and I have Chrissy Writes. So what I want to make Chrissy Writes about is not just about Gleaner writing. To
Mm.
do more writing on my own and speak about my experiences and different stuff. Kind of like sing about If to Mingle, but for me, under my own umbrella. Because at the end of the day, writing for Gleaner, it's for Gleaner. I'd like to write for myself. I'd like to work on my book, speak it into being, because it's been a minute now that I'm talking about this book.
What you plan to write on?
Sex
Or you
and
don't?
relationship.
Okay.
I have the name. I've had the name of
So I'm
that
thinking
book
about a
from-
Sex and the City kind of vibe.
You're definitely gonna get that. And it's about stories that are real, because for me, real life is stranger than fiction.
Mm-hmm.
And so people are gonna read the book and be like, "This is really happening to people." Yeah, I'm not making anything up. I've already had spoken to people. The book is about people that have been in my life and their stories, whether they're single now or they found love. Just writing on those people and the journey that they've been on to
Mm.
self-discovery or to discovering love. And so
When are you thinking about publishing?
every time I put a publishing date, I need to have to push it back because it was supposed to be 2020 and then COVID happened and that just threw me off. So
Say a date now and we declare and
and we
prophesy.
declare
Yes. Yes.
2022,
That's it.
the
Watch out
end
for
of
it.
2022,
Tell the camera. Let
the
them
end
know. That's
of
it.
2022.
Yes. Yes.
We are going to have a book. Krysta is gonna be a published author.
That's it.
That's what we're gonna do. That's the life that we're
And
gonna
we're sealing it.
Boom.
Amen.
Boom. Of it. It's gonna be.
You like playing games, Krysta?
I know you know. I'm afraid.
You need to be afraid.
We're nervous.
Yes, you need to
We're
be.
nervous. We're nervous, I
Because
know.
this game is called Spill the Tea.
Spill the tea. Tea time, oh God.
Yeah, you work at Glean and you love ask people personal
Oh
questions.
God, it's been so refreshing being
This
on
is
this
your
side.
cup.
This is my cup.
Yeah, show the people what the cup says.
This and this.
Yes.
So no, I have not. Yes, I have. Let me
listen now.
let me see which one I have. Is it- yeah, I'm gonna look at it first because I know I said no. Ah yes, okay, go ahead.
So listen, these are very deep and personal questions. I ask for your forgiveness, but we're going to get into
So
it.
we can't say pass like
No pass.
like when you
no
ask questions, pass. No,
And Krista's boyfriend don't break up with her after this. Thank you.
boy, you love me. Remember, you always love me. Yeah, just remember.
All right, so let's go.
Okay.
Have you ever farted and blame it on someone else? Liar, tell.
I've never blamed it on
For
anybody.
yourself.
Oh my God! I got the eyes. Okay, wait, baby. I've not blamed it on anybody else. I might have said, why you have gone so far. We all do that. But I'm not blamed it and said like.
Blame it
You
on a
did,
baby, because the baby can't
No,
talk.
like blame it and say you do it, man. No, I've kind of like tried to like sweep it under the rug to say it's not a big deal. Like, why you have
You
gone so
can't say
far?
that on you. You not smell it.
All right, then yes, I have in that sense of I don't own it in the sense of
Blaming somebody else.
I don't blame somebody else, but I don't
Make
don't
it a
blame-
big
I don't
deal.
blame myself. You know what I mean?
So yes, I have.
Yes, I have.
Yes, I have.
Like I got the eyes low.
The next one is, have you ever peed in a public pool?
Can I came out? Can I came out? I felt bad. I was like, "You suppose this pool is the pool. You know, you have
where
the pool
where it
where
shows the
turn
blue.
blue."
Oh
I said, "No, we
yes. That's
don't
very
do
richer
this."
the next
No.
time. So don't
I
do
mean,
it
if I said this
again.
if you said in the ocean, I'd be like, yes, in the ocean, yes. But
No, that
I
is not
do,
good.
I do a lot of sea swimming than I do pool swimming. And if I can come out, then I'm going to come out and go to the bathroom. But there was a time when I tried it.
It's just nice. It feels nice in the
It
water.
wasn't
You
even
don't
feel
want to
nice. I
come
couldn't
out.
hold it. I couldn't not hold
Mhm.
it. It was either that or pee on the way. Like walk on the way and pee. I was like, no, let's just do this. Take one for the team. Let's just do it.
Now it gets serious. Have you ever slept with a coworker?
Well, yeah, the guy that I was living with was a coworker.
Oh.
Donna Cora.
I'm not so nice again.
My ex is my coworker. I met him in the corridor of the Gleaner Company.
Thanks.
Donna Cora.
Yeah, that kind of
But
boring.
no,
But that's another tea. All right, we'll leave that one right there.
I have not said no. I have not. What is going on? I'm living.
You're
life.
going to say no now because I believe this.
Okay, make us see now. Make us see.
Have you ever been arrested?
No, I'm not.
Good girl.
No, I'm not.
Have you ever cheated on a partner?
I don't think this is something that you should have done. You should have shamed, Krysta.
You should have shamed.
But I mean the truth. You know, it's good for the soul. I have I did in the past, and they are aware.
Do you feel any remorse?
Definitely, I felt remorse then. I think that's why I said it. I'm so sorry. And yeah, we are good friends today too.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I have friends, and my exes and I are friends. But yeah, I have I owned it. To just be fair, I owned it, and we did a little counseling, and it didn't work out for us. But yeah, and I even said why and stuff.
Okay.
Very nice girl, even though this didn't go. But yeah, it did nice thing.
Very nice girl.
But yeah, Miss a very nice girl. Like me, I
Oh,
tell you.
you are a very nice.
Yeah.
Oh, I think
I mean,
you're telling
that
me some-
never nice. That
I
never
thought
nice.
something else was coming out. Kind of
No.
like, wait, what?
No, sir, not like that. No, I am not. What a record. No, I am not.
Have you ever picked out a wedgie in public? And for Jamaicans, this means you pick out your panties.
Yeah, but you see,
Yes.
but it's weird because sometimes in dancing you have certain costumes.
Mm-hmm.
You have certain costumes that require you to wear certain things. So yeah, and you're wearing those costumes sometimes for like 12 hours a day. And so it requires like a thong and stuff. And I may not be used to wearing something like that for a prolonged period of time. And say, yeah, I've done this. I'm like, oh God.
Fix up.
That day
Fix
I
up.
can't, done. So I can take off this costume.
Come on, fix
But
up
yes,
yourself.
I have picked that out from it.
All right. I have what? 4 more. Have you ever gone on more than one date in a day? Wait, you know? Or you know want to
So
fast?
when I was dating my beloved now, he's aware of this.
You
There was
better hope him away.
he was aware, I told him. And I think this was the most defining moment. He'll never admit it, but it was the defining moment for me. So I was double booked. I didn't know I was double booked. I was flying out, and I guess I was dating at the time, and everybody wanted to see me because I was flying out. You know me, I try to figure out if I secure them, I try to secure something from foreign, but we're not gonna go there. Everybody wants to see me because me I fly. Me I fly out for a couple of days. It wasn't that deep, but I
Right.
had just met him. He was interested in seeing me, and he was at my gate. He's very prompt. So if he says 7 o'clock, he's there 7 o'clock.
Very good man.
And so I'm not early, so this is very strange. Anyway, he came and I was just about ready. And next guy calls and he's like, "Hey, do you want to go out?" And I'm like, "No, sir. That's this. What am I going to do?" And I was on the phone with my sister. She's not my blood sister, but she's my sister for life. And she's like, "See, sis, me tell you say your art. Me tell you say your art." And I'm like, "I don't want this dilemma." Went outside to him and he's like, "What's going on? Let's go tell something was wrong." And I said to him, "Well, remember that guy that I told you about? Because he's big on if you're dating, you're dating. You should date more than one person. That's what dating is for." So I said, "Remember that guy was telling you about that I was dating?" And he said, said, as well, and he said, yeah, he's about to come here right now. He wants to come here. And he literally said, do you want me to leave?
Wow.
And I was like, what do you mean? Like, me expect a little fight, something, like, you're gonna fight for me. You're gonna say, well, I was here first. And so I was shocked, I was taken aback. And he's like, no, man, if he wants to come and you want to see him, then sure, suppose I'm not the one for you. I don't want to block your blessing. And I was
What
just
a good
like,
man you get.
must say, girl, I couldn't let me say, you stay. You, I am not, no. And the thing is, that guy had been around before and he wasn't doing anything. I felt like he probably sensed that my attention was going elsewhere and he was fighting back for it. Because if I am interested in you, you're going to know. I'm going to let it be known, and I'm not girl that's gonna call, gonna invite you out and stuff. And he wasn't really
Doing enough.
reciprocating that kind of interest. He was interested in
Other things.
But this guy that came around right after that, he was serious, and I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna go. I'm just gonna enjoy tonight with you. He wasn't very sure about that, but me did sure.
That's it, girl.
Oh, sure.
Have you ever skinny dipped?
Yes. Oh, yes.
Oh, Jesus.
No.
No.
Wait.
Krysta.
Wait, I can't explain. I can't explain. So my family is from Portland. So I go to Portland regularly. And I grew up by the sea, literally the sea is behind my house. And so it's a private beach. Of course, we go skinny dipping at midnight. And if we drink enough,
You know, so far is only one. You say, no, I have
I
not.
know, it's arrested.
And this you should have been arrested for. But
you see, the truth is, I am at home. It was in the night. It wasn't like in the middle of the day or
no matter,
anything.
you're still skinny dipping. You still should have been arrested
All
for
we did,
it.
I mean, we used to play like truth or strip. And you have to, you have to. First of all, just to put it out there, there's a bar to the front and a beach to the back. So the games included truth or shot or truth or strip. Whichever one we want to play, we'll play. And it's all good family fun. But yeah, of course.
All right, 2 more questions, Krysta. Have you ever gone 2 days without bathing? Please say no, I have not.
No, sir. Me not do them lifestyle. 2 days? I have slept for a day. An entire day.
Uh-huh.
And I didn't bathe because I slept the whole day. I did some bad 15, 17 hours kind of sleep. And I went back to sleep and I did. So that's a 24-hour. But like, what a 48? No, sir, that is nasty. No.
And the final question. Have you ever seen a ghost?
No. No, I've never actually seen.
Have
I ever thought a ghost was around? But did they show themselves?
No.
But I felt like, boy, say I know me one. Then I wonder if I hallucinate. No, the bed feel like it's a shake. Like I've had situation like maybe you never wake up.
Why the ghost that have up on the bed with you? Say something.
You have some people who say, you sit down and you feel somebody sit down beside you. But I've had family members that have said they've seen
a ghost.
They've seen ghosts. I've had a cousin that said, and that was true. She was true to form too. She saw my auntie and my auntie said she needs to take care of my other auntie because she's going to pass.
Wow.
And she did actually pass. That was like clairvoyant, clear as day. And I've dreamt about my grandmother. We had a little nice chat about, and I dreamt about her being dead. That was very interesting. So we had this conversation, big up my grandmother and my mother's mother, about lotto. Who nobody not dream with the lotto? Where we can't get lotto numbers? And I kid you not, she dreamt me. She dreamed me. I said, Krysta, the number them hard to get to see, man. And I woke up out of the dream laughing. I was like, I went to Mama and said, Mommy, Mama really, she really did they try to get the
lotto number
she
for now.
Really did they try to get the lotto number.
Now we don't know why we can't get money.
It's not easy.
Yeah.
Me and tell you,
even the dead people them can't get.
Would I win the jackpot long time. She had tried doing it. So every time I get a weird little dream, I will tell my grandfather who play Cash
Mhm.
pot, I'm telling him, and it will go straight. He must say, "Are you sure you dream about this?"
So if you see
Boom.
any fluffy diva in a one mask,
But
alright.
yeah,
So Krista, we hope that your book will be published in 2022.
yes, I like that deadline.
Yes,
It feels very close, very close, but very
and
manageable.
achievable.
Yeah.
Yes. So I thank you so much for coming on the show and
Thank
for
you for
spilling the
having
tea.
me. This is so ironic because I mean I did a story on you and now I'm here as a guest. It's so
Yes,
we've both
yes.
been interviewed
By each other.
by each other. So that's exciting. It's good to be on this side. It's interesting.
Yes.
It's fun.
So thanks
This
for
was
coming
fun.
to Mika Tart. And I hope you stay Mika Tart.
I will be. I
I
will
don't know
be.
if she Mika Tart when she gets on the three. No, I have not. But I am hoping. I'm hoping. So nice to have you
Thanks for having
again.
me. Make a heart was fun. Big up on yourself.
Today's show is sponsored by Make Your Mark, where you can get resumes that allow you to stand out from the crowd. Email them at makeyourmarkjm@gmail.com. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe so that you'll be the first to know when we post new content. And always remember, you can be the light that fights against the shadows.